Hello everyone, welcome to Programming Cradle. A few days back I made a video I made a video on FAQs. So in that I answered how to proceed with the assignments. So some of you asked about, can you please explain it in detail? So I am making this video just for that, and I hope this video will help you. At the end I will also give you some tips which will help you. Let's move on to the video. But before moving further, if you are new here or if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and also hit that bell icon so that you get notified each time when our video goes live. So now with that being said, let's move on to the first thing that you can do. But before moving to whatever you can do when you are already stuck, it's always better to prevent than finding a solution for something, right? So as everybody say, prevention is better than cure. So you can actually prevent your some of the queries which you can get, and you might get stuck somewhere and you won't even realize that you could have avoided it by just revising the notes or whatever the topics which are being used in the particular assignment, or also understanding the problem statements properly. So these are the two things that you should make sure before attempting the assignments. So let's say you have assignments on KNN, so just go through all the notes whatever you have made, or you can also download my notes, link will be in the description. So you can revise a particular topic which is associated with that assignment, and then you can go to the assignment, and then you need to understand the problem statement properly before writing your first line of code. So these are the two things that you need to make sure before attempting the assignment. Now let's move on to the steps that you can take if you are already stuck in the assignments. The first thing is, what I do is Googling. If I stuck somewhere, like let's say the assignment is on KNN and I need to do hyperparameter tuning, and I don't know how to do it. So before doing anything, I will just Google hyperparameter in KNN. I'm just giving a simple example about KNN. It's nothing to do with an actual assignment. So I will do a simple Google search about hyperparameter tuning in KNN, and you will get tons of solutions there. Everybody will tell you how to do that. You can also, let's say if you want for decision trees, so you can use grid search CV or random search CV. So how to pass parameters to them and how to use them properly. So you will get all these things from Google. So I think this is the first and fastest way to get out of wherever you are stuck in the assignments. And now let's move on to the next thing that you can do if you have searched everything and something, and if it is very specific to the assignment which you are not getting on the internet. So it's better to move on to the second thing, which is Slack group. In Slack group also you can also post your questions. Like if you are, like I said, if you are stuck somewhere and whatever is your doubt, you can post your screenshots, you can post your questions there. There are so many students there and also teachers, so they will help you, they will guide you how to come out of that query and how to solve that query. So you can post your questions in Slack group, and also try to search the keywords in Slack group. Not just posting your question will help. Sometimes it happens that the same question somebody else had and they had asked that same question. So it's better to search for some particular keyword than waiting for the answer to get from others. So let's say, again let's take a decision trees. So you have doubt in decision tree, simply search decision tree, or you can also search for like assignment number 10, assignment number 5, wherever you are stuck. So you can search for the assignment number. So these are some of the keywords that you can use, or if you think there is some other keyword which is necessary for your doubt, so you can search for those keywords in the Slack group. Most probably you will find something there. So there are some file section you can check where people put their screenshots, so maybe that will help you. And in message section you will find all the messages that will have that particular keyword, and most probably you will get your doubts there. So that is the second thing that you can do. And still, if you are not able to find what you are looking for, or if you haven't got your answer, or what I would suggest you is, by posting your questions in the Slack group, don't wait to get the answers. You can directly move on to the third point, and that searching keyword thing that you can do in the meantime. So now let's move on to the third point, which is you can contact Applied AI team. They are really very helpful. I was till now I got stuck some once or twice, I guess. So I mailed Applied AI team, and yeah, by now I have completed 12 assignments. By the time you will be watching this video, I'll be working on 13th assignment. So yeah, I got stuck some 2 times maybe, and I contacted Applied AI team, and they wrote a very detailed email, and they explained every steps in that. And if you are still not able to clear from the email, you can always talk to them on call. They will explain you even better. So yeah, that is the third thing that you can do. But I would say why this is the third thing is because the fastest mode of getting your doubts cleared is Google. Second, you can find it in Slack group, and this is probably the slowest method, but yes, they answer your queries in 24 hours, but 24 hours is again a big time, right? A whole day. So that's why I recommend it in the third place. So these are the 3 things that you can do to come out of your problem. And these were the things which I wanted to tell you. These were the 3 things, but there are some tips which you can follow, do not work on multiple assignments at the same time. It is exactly like learning 2 programming languages at the same time. So let's say you are learning Java and you are learning C#. So you are learning 2 programming languages at the same time, so you will get confused with the syntax. You will get confused with the with the functions which they have. Like in Java, equals function works differently, and in C# it works differently, but they both have same name equals. So just like that, if you are working on 2 different assignments at the same time, you probably will get confused, and you will just mix up things. If you are good at doing that, it is very good for you, and you can do that if you are comfortable with that. But that is just my suggestion, and I think you should not work on multiple assignments at the same time. And the next point is mainly focused on the peace of mind, because it works fairly well for me. So I thought, why not share it with you? When you find the solution, or you know that this might work for your thing, and you don't have enough time to finish that part on the same day, it's better to try it on the next day. Because let's say you are someone who sleeps at 12 in the night, and it's already 11:30 or so, and suddenly you find something on the Google that you think it might work for your problem, and you are very tempted to try that in your code. But the thing is, yes, of course you can try, and if you can clear it, that is very good. But if it doesn't work, then anyways you will go to sleep. But you will try to sleep, but you won't be able to sleep, because you will be keep on thinking about your assignment, that you are stuck, how to get out of that. So you might be on the bed, but still you won't be able to sleep, because your mind is still thinking about the assignment, and you will simply waste your time, because you won't be able to sleep. You won't be able to work on your assignment, because you think you need to sleep, because you need to get up in the morning and you need to work on other things, or maybe on assignments. So this is the thing, your mind will be distracted and disturbed. So it's better to try it on the next days, because your mind will think like, yes, I know something that will work on that, and your mind will have peace, and you will be able to sleep properly, or whatever if you will be able to do something else, whatever you want to do. So this is something what I wanted to discuss. It might sound silly to you, or maybe, but it worked for me, and I thought, why not share it with you guys? So maybe even one of you get benefited from it. It is a plus for me. I will be happy for that. So yeah, that is the second thing that I wanted to discuss. And the third thing is very important, because implement everything in functions. It will be very easy to reuse them. When you will be writing code, you will most often forget to enclose your code snippet into a function. So when you will write a code again, then and if you want to use that particular function again, you will just copy the whole code again and then paste it again. So that is not a good practice actually. You need to write everything in function, and it will keep your code clean, and also it will reduce the size of the program, and yes, like I said, it will increase the reusability of the code. So these are the 3 tips that I wanted to share with you guys. And if you are someone who has completed many assignments, or if you have experienced something else, and if something is working well for you, please post it in the comment section so that many other people can be benefited from those comments. And if you are watching this video, please go to the comment section, maybe you will find something interesting there. So that is also what I wanted to tell you guys. And you can download data science notes that I have made. I've got many good feedback, like my notes are helping them, and it is very good. So I'm really glad that some of my efforts are helping you guys. And also you can join Telegram group where everybody is helping each other in answering questions related to data science. So these are the things which I wanted to tell you. And yeah, so now we have come to the end of this video. Please again subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Like, comment, I'm open to all the feedbacks, so post it in the comment section. So with that, we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Have a great day. Happy learning.